Hi, this is Conversation Christ, and this is Q&A part 7. Yep, 7. So, it starts with Soldier of Aslan. He asks, what dish from another country do you like the most? Okay, I would definitely go for butter chicken, maybe lamb curry, saffron rice, and naan bread. That's probably the best meal that I've ever had or ever will have. So next is, have you tried doing the 16 personality test? 16 personalities test. If so, what was the answer? I hadn't tried it before, so I tried it for you, and guess what I got? Logistician. ISTJ. It says, you are the backbone of society, embodying reliability, practicality, and unwavering dedication. Your meticulous nature and strong sense of duty make you an indispensable force in both personal and professional spheres. You approach life with a clear set of principles, valuing tradition, structure, and well-defined expectations. And it goes on from there. So, introverted, observant, thinking, and judging and turbulent, but I'm primarily introverted and observant and turbulent. It says you're likely self-conscious, sensitive to stress, success-driven, perfectionistic, and eager to improve. Yeah, that could define me. Do you like board games? If yes, which ones? If not, why not? Yes, I do like board games. I don't really play them much anymore though. So, but the one I do play, whenever I do, is Scrabble. That's my favorite. And I usually win. I'm good at Scrabble. I also like Mind Trap, if you've ever heard of that one. Mind Trap is a lot of fun. It's described as attempt to solve brain-bending riddles as you put your logic skills to the test. Yeah, Mind Trap is a fun game. Okay, next is Young Man. What languages can you speak or do you know? I only know English. I've learned a little bit of Spanish, but that's pretty much it. Let's see. Big head but small brain. He says, do you like the names I put into my stuff? Yes, I do. Just use Google Translate if you want to know what it even means. But yeah, I do. I like what you put. Okay. And Young Man, can you schedule a time when we all have a Bible study, please? I do a Bible study during my live streams, so I'll try to do a live stream soon, now that I'm kind of set up. So I'll try to work on that. So like, we'll do a Bible study, just kind of casually. It won't be like structured, but we'll definitely read the Bible and we'll just discuss it. Let's see. Handy question for the Q&A. How long have you been a Christian? I've been a Christian since I was 19. I converted when I was in rehab for the third time. And so that's about 13 years ago now. Yeah. Okay, Caleb the Sojourner. Question for CC. If you could visit 3 holy sites, what would they be and why? I would love to visit Nazareth to see what it was like for Jesus growing up. And of course, I'd love to visit Jerusalem, the holy city. There's more history there than anywhere else, pretty much. So it'd be fascinating to be in Jerusalem. Let's see. And then the third one, maybe the Garden of Gethsemane to see where Jesus was betrayed. I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, and I think that was where he sweat blood the night before his crucifixion. Yeah, I would have been stressed out too. And then next is Christian Grape. Okay. Do you also like the smell of paint? Yes, I do. I love the smell of paint. And I don't know why. It's a weird one. Okay, next is Pigotin. Do you also like gasoline? Like the smell of gasoline? I think that's what he means. Yes, I do love the smell of gasoline. I love the smell of gasoline more than paint. So, it's kind of weird, right? Marcus Maxwell. What would you want to do for work when you get to heaven? That's a good question. I would love to be one of God's engineers. I don't know if he needs one. I don't know if he needs any jobs in heaven, but I'd love to be an engineer because that's what I always planned to do as a kid. And I started a degree, but it just didn't work out. So I'd love to be an engineer in heaven. That'd be cool. Okay. Next is Fryman. Okay, I don't know if you've answered this before, but how do you get your intro? Okay, so my intro, I just Googled animated intros and outros for content creators, and I found Render Forest. And so they let you customize your intro, and you can customize a logo, or you can just make content for videos. So they provide all these different features. So I just used one of their kind of stock intros and used my logo for the intro. Because I made the logo myself, I didn't use Render Forest for that. Anyway, so Render Forest is pretty good. I recommend it if anybody needs a video like content creation tool. Okay, next is Young Man. Who's the woman at the end for your newer videos? And I think I've already answered this, but it's an AI avatar that is provided by my video editor software. So she's just AI, no big deal. Okay, Christian Grape next. For CC and anyone else, if you were in a zombie apocalypse and could have one superpower, what would you choose? I would choose the ability to fly. Then I would fly, like 30 feet in the air, and I'd have a couple Uzis, and I'd just be shooting them, spraying them. Yeah, that's what I would do. Okay, Warrior Cat Gerda. What flavor of English is most confusing to you? Well, you may not be familiar with it, but the Newfie accent. So there is a province in Canada called Newfoundland, and they have a strange accent. It's kind of like a mix of Scottish, Irish, and something else, maybe French or something. Yeah, so that one's kind of hard to understand. Pigatin, he asks, favorite color? Blue or maybe green? Favorite breed of dog? Border Collie, because of how intelligent they are. Favorite animal? Probably dogs. But I also love cows. I don't know why. They're just so peaceful. And favorite? Well, my favorite is definitely favorite. And favorite car brand? Maybe Dodge, because I love Dodge Challengers, and especially the Hellcat. If you know that one, I'll put a picture of that up. Yeah, Hellcats are amazing. Okay, favorite direction? Probably west, because I live in the west of Canada. Let's see. Favorite shape? Triangle, because it's the strongest shape. And favorite gun? I'd say FNP90. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. It looks cool. I think I remember shooting that in like 007 or something. And that's why I'm kind of interested in it. Favorite sword? I would say the broadsword. It's the first one that came to mind. But yeah, the broadsword's pretty hardcore. Favorite tank? Okay, I had to Google different tanks because I don't know anything about tanks. So I would go with the German Leopard 2. So I know Eli will like that. Mott's or Welch's? I'd probably go with Welch's. Favorite fan brand? Sorry, I don't know what you mean by fan. So like a fan that blows air? I'm not sure, man. Sorry. Okay. And next is Tomato Man. What has been your favorite question? P.S. The Urban Rescue Ranch has started posting Bible verses at the end of each of his videos. That's smart, because he might as well have a way to share the gospel with through his platform, right? And maybe, what is my favorite food? I think my favorite question is, what is my favorite food? Because I love talking about food, I love food, and I love sharing with other people my favorite because I want them to try it, so hopefully they do. So you got to go try Indian food. Indian food is the best. Yeah, I love talking about food. Okay, Christian Grape, he says, if I were to start forging armor and weapons of the melee variety in my backyard, would you have any requests? So I'm not sure, did you mean melee? Like, you know, hitting? I'm not sure exactly what you mean, like close contact, or what is it called? Yeah, not like guns. So, and if you do mean melee weapons, then I would love a long-handled flail, like the one you swing around with the spikes on it. You smack that into somebody's head. Yeah, that would be cool. Okay, Warrior Cat Gerda, what is your favorite Minecraft wood? I don't really have one, to be honest, but if I had to choose, I might go with birch, just because that's the one I can think of right now. Yeah. Noobtralizer, do you agree that instant teleportation is the goated superpower? I would say it's in the top 3. Instant teleportation for sure. Next to flying and maybe super speed. Or I don't know if time travel is that a superpower? Because if you can time travel, then that pretty much beats everything. Sam, similar question. If you could be one superhero or villain from the Marvel or DC universe, who would you choose? I think I would choose Thor, because he's insanely overpowered. He can pretty much do anything. He can like fly, he's got super strength, super speed. He can do pretty much anything. Well, not anything, but he can do a lot, so he's pretty awesome. And plus he's jacked, you know? Okay, and for a villain, I might choose Loki, because it'd be fun to shapeshift, teleport, levitate, and I'd finally be smart. Because Loki's actually pretty smart. Okay, next, Marcus Maxwell. What are your opinions of Friedrich Nietzsche's teachings? That's a good question. So I don't know too much about Nietzsche's teachings. I just know that he's associated with nihilism, which I don't know if that's even accurate or not. I think he is more of a cynic, you could say. So yeah, it says Nietzsche criticized traditional moral and religious values, including sin, the doctrine of free will, and the value of selflessness. Nietzsche believed that traditional Christianity would no longer set the moral standard for human life, and that morality is determined by individual perspectives. I don't agree with that. Yeah, so I disagree with his rejection of Christianity, of course. But I do recognize cynicism is most likely a reality, as I believe that due to our sinful nature, we often only act in our own self-interest, as our motivation for a good deed is likely self-centered. So, cynicism, I'm actually a bit of a cynic myself. I believe that people, they only really do things out of their own self-interest. You know, there might be a nuance to that, though. Like, maybe there are instances where we do the right thing purely because it's the right thing to do. But it's, you know, I'm not sure about that 100%. Okay, good question, though. I don't know enough about Nietzsche, to be honest. So that's something I could read about more. Christian, great. Do you like dinosaurs? And also, do you like drawing? If yes to both, do you like drawing dinosaurs? That's a good question. I love dinosaurs. I actually live close to an area that has a lot of fossils. They found tons of fossils, like this region, about an hour and a half away from the city that I'm in. And there's a museum called the Royal Tyrrell Museum, and it has some amazing fossils in it. I actually went to school with one of the descendants of the founder of the museum, which is cool. So I don't really draw anymore, but I enjoyed drawing in the past, and I did draw dinosaurs in the past, and I loved it. So yeah, I have drawn dinosaurs, and I did enjoy it. It was fun, but that's back in like elementary school. Okay, and next is Marcus Maxwell. What do you think of Aquinas's proofs for God? So the 5 I'm assuming you're talking about, the 5 proofs. I had never heard of them, so I had to do some reading. I think they are very convincing. I especially like the first and the second proofs. There must be a first cause for the universe, and something outside of time, space, and matter must have caused the universe. So I think that's pretty much what the first and the second are saying. So yeah, I mean, it seems pretty obvious that there must be a cause since there is an effect, the effect being the universe that we're currently in, and time existing and space and matter. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about that. I didn't fully understand the other proofs, to be honest. If you could maybe inform me on them, maybe kind of simplify it, that'd be great. Okay, that's pretty much it. So thank you again for your questions. I appreciate all your questions. I love answering them. And yeah, until next time, God bless you all. If you don't know Jesus yet, but you would like to follow him, then just say this prayer with a genuine heart. Dear Lord Jesus, I know that I am a sinner and I ask for your forgiveness. I believe you died for my sins and rose from the dead. I turn from my sins and invite you to come into my heart and life. I want to trust and follow you as my Lord and Savior.
Hi friend, if you enjoy Conversation Christ content, then please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you want, feel free to make a donation. Thank you.